Bit of a story time today about my first purchase of a vintage fountain pen. Subsequently, my second as well. I purchased this Sheaffer Targa off eBay. Came with a matching brass box. The interesting thing about this pen is it has a inlaid 14 karat gold nib, which is also my first gold nib pen. To touch on some of the potential pitfalls of buying a used pen on eBay, this one was from a estate sale and someone was reselling it on eBay. The feed had been damaged so badly that it did not make contact with the nib at all. Rather than give up on this pen, I purchased a second one to steal the feed from. This one in a polished stainless with a stainless steel inlaid nib. Feed is missing on this one now. The original feed from the first pen was bent quite severely to the point that the top of it here would not make contact with the nib at all. And while this probably could be fixed by heat setting it, it's not something I am familiar with, so I wanted to get a working one first. The nib is soft, but no real line variation, just a bit of extra flow when you give a little extra pressure on the downstroke. With this one, I probably need to heat set the replacement nib because every now and then it gets a little bit too much ink and will leave a nice blob on the paper there. I've always found the inlaid nibs from Sheaffer to be rather interesting, and I was debating between purchasing a vintage one or one of the Peyton Street pens that uses new old stock inlaid nibs. I just wanted to make a quick video on this to kind of give some insight on purchasing a used pen on eBay, especially a vintage one. Many of the people selling these aren't particularly familiar with the pens they're selling, so you may run into some issues that you couldn't have foreseen just based on the pictures alone. Overall, I'm happy with my purchase. Both of these pens look very nice, and I can easily swap the nib unit between the two if I wanted to. If you have any personal experience buying a vintage pen on eBay or any other secondhand market, let me know your experience in the comments below.